Okay, here we go. Welcome back everyone to my fourth and last installment in a series of work-in-progress videos from a painting I'm calling Rally on the Ridge. This last portion of the video will be focusing on the foreground. So, I started work on this last section in an area that was adjacent to the completed portion of the painting. And this was so I could compare it to the rest of the painting, making sure I was on target with my colors and values. Also, this section of rock had samples of both light and shadow play in it, and that sort of gave me the opportunity to experiment with things a little bit. Things like value ranges, color temperatures, brush technique, etc. before diving into the larger areas of the rock work. I was sort of sticking my toe in the water before diving in. But once I felt confident in that section, it was time to expand outward. And as you can see here, I would lay down some texture with the thin paint and sort of a stippling effect. Then I would go in with the smaller brushes and make adjustments to the texture that had been started with the larger brushes and add those finer details. A lot of the colors I was mixing for the rocks were very close together in the value scale, particularly in the shadowy areas, so I relied quite a bit on temperature differences to get those variety of grays. For me, that was part of what really made this painting fun, just playing around with those subtle differences in color and value. And of course I love painting textural effects as well, so that was certainly another fun aspect to this work. Over the course of about a week or so, I basically just continued this process all the way across to the bottom portion of the panel. And I have to say, this rock section was really my favorite part of the whole painting, especially those areas where the rocks or grasses passed out of the shadows and moved into the morning light. It's really those areas of light transitions that are helping to add drama to this story about the wolves. Anyway, I wound my way back up to the wolves themselves, close to where the whole painting started. Suddenly the piece was nearing completion. With a little bit of softening of edges around the wolves, and then addition of some breath in the air, I basically crossed the finish line. So, here we have it. About, 2 months or so after I started, Rally on the Ridge. 36 by 48 oil on panel. I will say this was one of the more labor-intensive pieces I've done in quite some time, but I'm really pleased with the outcome. Hopefully you will be too. Anyway, thanks so much to everyone who joined me on this little video experiment. Perhaps I'll do a few more sometime in the near future, and I'll see all of you then on the next one.